Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Enrique de Tiñé Auditorium at the Faculty of Physical and Mathematical Sciences of the University of Chile, where we start the opening ceremony of the Latin American High Performance Computing Conference, Carla 2024. A special rating to Aysén Echeverry, Minister of Science, Technology, Knowledge and Innovation of Chile. José Correa, Vice Rector for Information Technology, University of Chile. Francisco Martinez, Dean of Faculty of Physical and Mathematical Sciences, University of Chile. Philippe Nabot, President of SCLAC, Advanced Computing System for Latin American and the Caribbean. Héctor Ramírez, Director of the Center for Mathematical Modeling, University of Chile. Ginés Guerrero, Director of the National Laboratory for High Performance Computing. Jaime San Martín, Scientific Director of INLHPC. Luis Elicer Cadenas, Executive Director of Red Clara, Latin American Cooperation of Advanced Networks. Mateo Valero, Director of the Barcelona Supercomputing Center. Ewa Dion, Research Director at the Information Science Institute, United States. Welcome also to the governmental, scientific and business representative from 29 countries, and to everyone watching our YouTube stream, Carla LA HPC Conference. Carla returns to Chile after 10 years. The first edition was held in Valparaiso in 2014, and now in 2024, the 11th edition brings us together in Santiago to share knowledge about high-performance computing with a special focus on artificial intelligence this year. For 5 days, this conference will promote the development of the HPC community in Latin America through the exchange and dissemination of new ideas, techniques, and research. This year, the Faculty of Physical and Mathematical Science at the University of Chile, a leader in supercomputing, is the center of Carla 2024. Now, we invite Francisco Martinez, Dean of the Faculty, to give a welcome speech.
Good morning, everyone. Dear Minister, dear authorities of the university, the authorities and friends, colleagues from around the world, you're most welcome to this faculty and the University of Chile. It's a pleasure and an honor to have you here to discuss about this so hot topic of high-performance computing. And as a welcome talk, or little talk, I would say, I was just thinking on the impact of HPC in the new era of digitalized society. Our society is changing at the pace of computing, and you are pushing that pace forward, which actually drives all the society in every corner and area to move faster. And you can see that in our students, high expectation and their anxiety of this changing world. So you are creating the aging of speed up of the society, which brings up a lot of challenges, of course. Not only the more obvious energy side, the use of energy, the potential impacts on nature, which I think we will be able to solve in many ways, that we can see every day new potential technology advances. but also on the social side, because this is bringing a lot of wealth, scaling the wealth, the production, the capacity, along with remote sensing, sensors, algorithm, artificial intelligence, and all that ecosystem of that which is bringing this new era. But how we will make sure that all this new wealth created by society will be in the benefit of everyone and everywhere. This is, I think, something that worries me every day, because I think that we are doing very well in pushing forward developments on technology, not as much on the relationships, international relationships, and the distribution of this wealth. But this is a topic that you probably think in lunchtime or in a coffee, and I wanted to bring to this conference to the broadest scope of what is going on in our society, because I think that is your experience, your knowledge, and your work which is moving forward, pushing our society, and as it should be. I have no doubt of that. And that's generates a lot of impacts everywhere, which we are happy to face. These are challenging for all of us, and particularly for our students that I'm sure that are eager to know what is going on this area. Once again, thank you very much for being here. I hope you will enjoy, for our foreign invitees, you will enjoy our better climate on October now, and we welcome you again. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dean Francisco Martinez, for your words. SCALAC, Advanced Computing System for Latin American and the Caribbean, plays a key role in integrating supercomputing in the region, facilitating collaborative research and positioning Latin American as leader in HPC. Now we invited Philippe Nabeau, president of SCALAC, to give a speech.
Thank you very much for your introduction. Very well introduction about SCALAC. I would like to introduce to our Minister Echeverri and all the authorities present, the students, the people from the researchers. It's a very important moment here where we had our principal conference, that is Carla. So Carla is a moment during the year where all the people that work on HPC come and present their principal results, and they exchange knowledge and the opportunity for the students to participate also in the conference. SCALAC is an institution that, as presented, share all the center, the principal center, and people that work on HPC in Latin America. And the conference is the principal moment of the institution, the SCALAC. SCALAC has something like 15 years, and it begins with another name. The conference was CLECAR, and along the years we joined with another conference, the Latin America HPC, and joined both conference. We create Carla as one conference that agree all the people that work on the area. It's very interesting to see that HPC, it's the center of the evolution that we are seeing on intelligence, artificial intelligence. You need processing power for artificial intelligence, but you need also for big data and a lot of different, so data science and so on. So our area, it's begin to be more present, because people understand that without the processing power, it's difficult to obtain results like the results from artificial intelligence, to training the models without processing power. So it's a very great pleasure to be here now with this conference, with a lot of people presenting and a lot of sponsors. And I would like to thank a lot of Gines and all the people from Chile that organized the conference. It was very nice. Congratulations for the work that you developed. And I will not be longer on this introduction. I would like just to welcome to all the people that are here. And I hope that you enjoyed the conference. And what is very important in a conference is not just the presentation, but the speech during the coffee break and the moments in the conference to exchange ideas and open and growing the communication. We need this in Latin America. We need to have more collaboration between the exchange. And the Scalac was created exactly with this idea. No? It's to share acknowledgement, but share also processing power. So to have the possibility from people from a lab, from physics, from chemistry or something like that need processing their investigation, their research, so they can use the processing power sharing by the centers that are connected with the help of Red Clara. Where is Luis Eliezer? Luis Eliezer is there, with the connection in the Latin America. So I will thank all the people that are here, and hoping that you had a very nice conference. Thank you very much.
Thank you to Philip Navo for his words. In 2011, a group of scientists from Center for Mathematical Modeling at the University of Chile started operating the National Laboratory for High Performance Computing, NLHPC. Today, 13 years later, it is the largest scientific network in Chile, and it hosts Carla 2024. Now we invite Ginés Guerrero, director of NLHPC, to give a speech, please.
Hello, everyone. I would like to begin by joining the previous speakers in acknowledging the many distinguished guests present today. First, I would like to extend my deepest thanks to the Minister Echeverry for joining us to open Carla 2024, especially considering she has another important engagement abroad. Her presence here demonstrates her commitment to the advancement of high-performance computing in the region, and we are truly grateful for that. We have been preparing for this event for over a year now. It has taken a tremendous amount of work for the organization team with countless hours of dedications to bring together what I believe will be an outstanding edition of Carla. Just to give you some numbers, we had over 300 registered participants from 28 countries. We had to turn away dozens of people due to space limitations. Honestly, we are thrilled with the incredible number of attendees, far exceeding our expectations. This year's program includes 5 thematic workshops, 6 advanced tutorials, 5 discussion panels, and more than 30 prestigious speakers. We received 42 papers representing a 68% increase over the previous year and accepted 21 of them. Additionally, 13 posters were selected for presentation. All of this would not have been possible without the hard work of 70 professionals split into 28 committees. I want to thank them from the bottom of my heart for their incredible efforts. They are the real heroes behind the success of Carla 2024. I would love to mention each and every one of them, but time will not allow that today. I must highlight some people: my fellow General Chair, Jaime San Martin, our program chairs, Carla Ostov and Esteban Meneses, and Carlos Jaime Barrios. Together, the 4 of us have made several crucial decisions for this event. Special thanks go to the University of Guadalajara team, Lisette Robles and Angie Fernandez, who have been instrumental in many aspects, including creating a new amazing website from scratch and dealing with the never-ending process of populating it. I must also give a special mention to the local team of the National Lab of High Performance Computing of Chile: Pedro Schurman, Eugenio Guerra, Pablo Flores, Angelo Guajardo, Esteban Osorio, José Morales, and Alberto Medina. If everything goes well, it's because of them. Last but not least, I want to thank my wife and kids, Guadalupe, David, and Raul, for putting on my absence over past weeks, months, and for their endless patience every time I says, yeah, just one more email. Please, let's give a round of applause to all of them. I also want to thank the many networks and institutions that made this event possible: Escalat, Red Clara, CMN, University of Chile, REUNA, EPFL, CSCS, Chineca, and BSC. Carla has also attracted considerable attention from industry, and this year we are proud to have 17 partners sponsoring the event. A special thanks to our diamond sponsor, Lenovo and Dell, both in collaboration with AMD and NVIDIA. Also, our platinum sponsor, Intel and Versatus HPC with BGFS, and Evident with DDN. These 17 companies will share their vision on the impact of HPC in society, especially in Latin America, and how their organization can contribute to the growth of HPC in the region. Thanks also go to the tutorial instructor, workshop speakers, panelists, speaker of the main program, who have kindly made time in their busy schedule to be with us this week. Let's give them another round of applause. I would like to especially thank Mateo Valero for honoring us with his presence. His commitment to the advancement of HPC is widely recognized, and it's not surprised that he continues to inspire us all with his dedication. Now, before I continue, I have the great honor of announcing something very special. Just yesterday, we completed the final steps necessary, and today Mateo Valero is going to be named honorary doctor by the University of Chile. In recognition of his invaluable contribution to science, technology, and high-performance computing, particularly in Latin America. The formal ceremony will take place this evening right here in this auditorium at 7 p.m. We expect this to be a very emotional moment, as we specifically wanted the ceremony to take place during the week of Carla, thanks our Dean, in order to achieve the impossible. So that Mateo could be surrounded by his colleagues and friends. I would like to extend a warm invitation to all of you to join us in celebrating this well-deserved reconnection. After the ceremony, we will gather a cocktail reception, and we expect the evening wrap up around 9:15 p.m. Buses will depart for the hotels at 9:30 p.m. A notable new addition to this year's conference is the inclusion of a parallel track specifically for HPC sysadmins. This will be a space for them to share experiences and strengthen collaboration because, as we all know, HPC sysadmins are the backbone of our supercomputing centers. Nicolas Golovich, Antonio Russo, thank you very much for organizing it. Finally, as many of you have experienced at big events like this, like weddings, you think you will have time in order to chat with everyone, but the truth is you are everywhere and nowhere at the same time. So in advance, I apologize if I don't get the chance to speak with each of you, but please know that I truly appreciate your presence here. I strongly believe that with events like Carla, at the joint efforts of everyone here, we will make sure that Latin America gets the HPC capabilities it deserves. Together, we can create a future where supercomputing drives innovation and progress in our region. I hope you all enjoy and make the most of Carla 2024. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Ginés, for your words. The University of Chile, an icon in education and research, has led important advance in supercomputing through initiative and collaboration, making Chile a leader in Latin America. Now we invited Jose Correa, Vice Rector for Information Technology, to give a speech, please.
Thank you. Thank you. It is really a pleasure to be here, to see so many so many researchers in our university. This is really a place for discussion, for scientific innovation, and I'm not as fluent as some of the previous people that have speak, our dean. So I will actually read a text that I prepared. It's very brief. So it is our great pleasure as University of Chile to host Carla, the Carla conference this week. We are at a unique historical moment for HPC and supercomputing. The needs are at the highest peak in history. The applications are limitless, including the hundreds of classical applications in the sciences, medicine, and engineering. But now, artificial intelligence, LLMs, deep neural networks, have jumped into the scene, making supercomputing infrastructure one of the key technologies of our times. The challenge that come with these great applications are not any smaller. Studying foundations of HPC, the algorithms that enable it, understanding its limitations, both in theory and practice, the data that can be processed safely, and the energy required to run these systems, among many other aspects, are critical aspects that need to be understood for making an efficient and sustainable use of this technology. Of course, sharing experiences is of utmost importance, as in any other scientific discipline. Therefore, we're very proud to host Carla and wish you an enjoyable and productive conference. Thank you.
Thank you for your words, Vice Rector. The mission of the Chilean Ministry of Science is to boost scientific and technological development, promoting innovation and collaboration among institutions to address the challenge of the future, where supercomputing play a key role in areas like artificial intelligence, climate change, and biomedicine. Now, we invite the Minister of Science, Technology, Knowledge, and Innovation of Chile, Aysén Echeverry, to give a speech.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to all the experts that came from abroad y bienvenido a todos los chilenos apasionados por el HPC. It's a true honor to be here in the inauguration of this conference and to be a part of this amazing group of people that is trying to push forward the capacities on HPC, not just for Chile, but for Latin America. As many of you know, I'm not a scientist, I'm a lawyer, and I'm a politician. And that means my approach to science is a different one. I'm not here to explain to any of you how HPC works or why it is important for the development of artificial intelligence. But I wanted to share with you the other part of my job, which is convincing politicians that HPC is important and that it's necessary for artificial intelligence. But most importantly, and this is to answer a question that Dean Martinez just made me, how we can make sure that these capacities and everything we are achieving from a technical and a scientific perspective can benefit the society as a whole. So there's three things that I think are really, really important. The first one is that technology can actually provide well-being for humanity. And if it's well used, it can provide answers to many of the questions we are being asked every day. But it's not just the science and the technology. It needs to be oriented to a specific goal, and it also needs to have all the ethics and the perspective of the well-being in order for it to develop in the right way. And that is a discussion that it's not a technical discussion, it's an ethical discussion, and it's a societal discussion that needs to happen, and it needs to happen as soon as possible. The second one is that we need to make sure that these capacities benefit everybody. And when it comes to technology, and particularly artificial intelligence, the possibilities of concentration, the possibilities of having entire populations disappearing from the technology and from what we are achieving with technology is a risk that is present and should be in our minds all the time. I was recently in different conferences organized by UNESCO on the ethical use of artificial intelligence. And one of the dimensions of that discussion that it's not present enough is how are we going to deal with the digital gap, and how are we going to deal with the people that are not part of the digital world, and what is the impact of having those people, those territories, those areas of the society and of the world completely disappearing from the world we're building. And that is a challenge that we need to address, and it's a challenge that it's technical, but it's also political. And then finally, there's a third challenge, which is the collaboration challenge. And this is why we think from this ministry that this conference is so important. Because at the pace that technology is evolving and the resources that are needed for it to evolve in the right way, the capacities one small country, like Chile, are not enough. And when we see where these technologies are being developed, it becomes pretty obvious that if we don't share our capacities, Latin American capacities, and create goals that are common, that will allow for these technologies to have also a Latin American perspective, then we're gonna miss out. And that collaboration, I have to say, it's not an easy one. When you look at the collaborations of countries like Chile or Brazil or Argentina, we tend to collaborate much more with the US and Europe. And when it comes to regional collaboration, it's not that easy. Efforts like this one, like the one we're doing with the group of working group on artificial intelligence, I think contribute to create this community, this Latin American community, that can develop the technology, but developed in a way that makes sense to the objectives of our different countries, and that makes sense to our own populations, and that can achieve the first goal, which is to create well-being for everyone, everywhere. Thank you so much for organizing this. For the government of Chile, this is a high priority. Many of you have heard our president talk about artificial intelligence. He's been pushing internationally the idea of collaboration, but also the idea of creating technology for the benefit of all. So having and being hosts, not us, but Universidad de Chile and Chile as a whole, of a conference like this just reinforces the commitment we have as a country on these purposes, and reinforces the priority we're giving to these areas in also our public policy. I wanted to share this with you because we tend to talk about science and technology among scientists and technologists, but we need to spread the word, right? And we need to achieve and convince the minds of those that are not in science and technology to really understand why this is important. That's part of my job. I wanted to share it with you, and I really invite you to think about it and maybe become also spokesperson for these ideas, because I think we need many, many more to convince the entire world. So thank you so much.
Thank you for your words, Minister Aysén Echeverry. Now we invite all authority to come on stage for the official photo of the event. Ginés, Jaime, Francisco, Aysén, José, Héctor, please. Francisca, por favor, si puedes tomar la fotografía. Ginés. Sí. En el... Ginés. En el fondo fotográfico es el fondo. Eso, por favor. This concludes the opening ceremony of the 11th edition of Carla. We invite all attendants to remain in their seats as Dr. Ben Moore's keynote speech will begin soon. You can also watch it on your YouTube channel, Carla LA HPC Conference. Good morning, everyone.